non-existent. When has Uncle last been home? No, let's really talk. When has Uncle last been home? Because let us face our own business. Let's mind the business that pays us. You find out where Uncle's been for the last how many years, and then we could maybe start talking about me and, you know, where maybe I could have gone wrong. But let's first address where you've gone wrong and why your marriage is a failure. And then we can start talking about me, who hasn't even entered that realm yet. Like, I'm so sorry. You're really stretching your neck and your chest to be talking, asking me when I'm going to be married or why someone hasn't picked me or what I've done. Why has Uncle left you? What did you do? Let's talk about that. Let's put that on the table. But if I quit. To my YouTube channel. It's nice to see you guys. It's been a minute. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I filmed, I think. So yeah, not much has really gone on because, as I said in my last video, I think I told you guys I wasn't going out in February. I was chilling, so I don't really have much to update you guys on. Sorry. But I hope you guys are well. I hope everyone's good. Hope you're having a good morning, evening, day, night, whatever time you're watching this. I hope, you know, you've had a good one. And so yeah, I don't think anything else has really been going on with me. Nothing to really chat to you guys about. But yeah, life's been good. It's been all right. PMS obviously is back, vlogging my ass. I'm definitely doing a video. I think my next one is periods and PMS, because it needs to be talked about, because it's something that is really a bone of contention in my life. I hate it so much. I hate it with every fibre being I have, and I vent about it to my friends all the time, to the point now where I feel like I should just put it on my channel because I want to. And I feel like a lot of girls will be able to relate to it. A lot of girls will be seen, probably will be like, yes, this is me, this is what I go through. I don't know, it's just another reinforcement to let you know you're not mad and you're not the only one that goes through it. Because sometimes I feel mad, I feel like I'm the only person that goes through these like emotional stresses and ups and downs, as well as the physical pains of a period. And you know, when you're in that moment, you feel like, raw, I'm just mad, no one else must go through this like the way I do. So no, I think I'll definitely do a video on it, and yeah, let you girls know that for you girls that do go through it, you are not alone. Honey, you're not alone. We all go through it. But yes, today we are talking about kind of like, how do I even phrase this? Basically the social construct of us women from a very young age, and we're girls, being completely structured in the way that will rear us to be picked by men and for marriage. I was having a conversation this week with one of my girls. I was frustrated about something else, but then that frustration led into me dissecting and opening up the topic of how us women are socially constructed from a very young age to be picked by men. We are channeled and told with such like vengeance that, you know, that is almost your sole purpose, destiny and being in life, is to be married, to be picked, bear children. And if you're not picked, you know, in your years of, in the ripe years, shall I say, of being picked to marry and have children, then there's something wrong with you. You haven't done something right. You didn't do well in one area or whatever. And it's only as we've got older that we've started to learn, you know, a lot more things. I think a lot of us women have expanded our knowledge into realizing that, you know, it has nothing to do with that. You also start thinking, why was I reared in this way? Like, why am I told that marriage is the utmost and, you know, the most important thing that can happen to me? Why is it not my education? Why is it not, you know, my achievements? Why is it always to do with a man? Why does everything I do in life all lead up to and structure towards a man? I think a lot of us girls banter about how, especially in an African household, I'm not sure what happens in other kind of cultural households, but where everything us girls can do is about marriage and about a husband. So for example, you don't feel like cooking one day. Is that how you'll be doing in your husband's house? You won't cook for him. You'll be telling him you're tired. That's how some mother woman will just cook for your husband and take him. And sometimes I really feel like saying back then she should take him. She should bloody hell take him. Because if my husband is going to go step out and be flipping eating yam and eating egusi stew from the pot of another woman because I told him one day I'm tired, which I have every fundamental right to be, then he can get the hell out. And it's really not that deep. I cannot come and kill myself and lay down like mats or be chewing stick for somebody because you know, my sole right is to be married, and that if I don't do these things, I'm going to lose the one thing that gives me validation in this life. If he leaves, let him leave. Let him leave. Because at the end of the day, that is not my number one achievement in life that I'm proud of. There are many other achievements I would have achieved and done that I'm very proud of. And my husband is a byproduct of that happiness, and that, yes, I found somebody I'm meant to be with. Not that, you know, he is my ultimate happiness and then my other achievements in life are a byproduct of that. And that's almost how I feel like us girls are reared, and it really bothers me. Like I was telling my friend, I was like, this really irritates me. Like I'm actually very annoyed at this social construct that us girls are constantly pressured with, from a young age, being made to be aware that you must carry yourself in a certain way because you will not get picked by a man to be married. And if you're not picked by a man to be married, your whole existence is basically, what's the point? Almost like you haven't fulfilled your duty as a woman. And you just kind of feel like, just get the hell out of here with that now. Just get out. Because I can't be bothered. Because these men will do whatever the hell they like and live the life however they want to live, and not give a care in the world to marriage till the point where they actually decide later on, you know, in their 30s or late 20s that, okay, actually, maybe I do want to settle down. Us women have bared that burden of marriage since a tender age of like 5, 6. Let me tell you why it starts at 5, 6. Because when you're out, you know, you're told, don't play rough. Because don't play rough. It's not good for a girl to play rough. It's not ladylike. It's not attractive. Attractive to who? The opposite sex. Because my female friends are not telling me they have a problem with me playing rough and saying they don't want to be my mate no more because you played rough. It's because you don't want me to be seen like a boy, because you want the boys to recognize I'm a woman so that I can be picked because that's what they like. Error number 1, let me play. Like, for example, what's it called? Like my niece is very active. She's very active. She's at 4. She turns 5 soon. She's very active, jump around, whatever. One thing I absolutely love is my sister lets her play how she wants to play. Obviously, when it's going to endanger her, it's like, okay, relax, sit down. But in terms of expressing herself through playing, play, honey. I'll put shots. I'll put nika underneath your skirt. Play all you like, because I'm not gonna I don't believe in rearing your daughter into sit down, sit in the corner, don't do too much. The boys are supposed to play, you're supposed to sit in the corner and read a book. And I don't want to do that. I'm a child. She's a child. And I just feel like you are putting a pressure and burden on this little girl already for something that is that she's going to have to, you know, have to deal with later on in her years. She doesn't have to deal with that now. Like, why am I feeling the pressure of men finding me attractive, or rearing myself from such a young age to be attractive to a man at the age of like 5, 6? Are you all right? Like, I just want to play, bruv. I just want to play. Leave me. Like, it really bothers me. It really irritates me. And then it then transitions into school. You go up, you secondary school. You're now having the conversation. You know, don't have sex, don't sleep with anybody, keep yourself to yourself, because no man is going to want to be with a woman who has given her body to another man before or whatever. And that is in the area of, if you are, let me say, religious, because I know a lot of religions do ascribe to that belief. Obviously, if don't have a religion, then you're not told that. But in terms of society and social construct, you are still told, a lot of women are still told anyway, that men don't want to be with a woman that slept with loads of men. So even if you're not Christian and so you don't believe in not sleeping with somebody before marriage, you're still your family will still teach you, as the girl, you can't be sowing your oats. The guy doesn't get told jack shit. The girl, though, you're going to be told is a certain way a woman should carry herself. Keep your legs closed. Don't be freeing up to any guy and be doing all that kind of stuff, because no man is going to want to marry you at the end of the day if you slept with, you know, this many guys or whatever. And it's just like, okay, cool. Don't get me wrong, I hear it, because unfortunately that's the social construct of this world. So now we have to just abide by these stupid rules, because it will not benefit you if you don't, because if you do want to get married, because we've been wired from a young age to be married. So obviously by my teen years, I'm thinking, yeah, you know, that is something I'm going to want when it's been reared into me, like, you know, from the minute I was conceived. So yeah, I'm thinking, well, okay, I've got to make decisions because I do want to get picked or whatever. And then because of that social construct, girls are even against each other, and we cuss girls and call girls slags, and you're a hoe, and you're this because you've done that, and you've this because you've done that. And it's because we've been socially constructed, socially wired to believing that is, you know, that is slag behaviour, that is hoe behaviour or whatever. Bear in mind, let's flip the coin here, that our counterparts, men, are not being pulled up for nothing. They're just cock-a-doodle-doodling, swinging their dick everywhere it can go. And nobody is saying pim. Nobody is batting an eyelid for them. But in my tender years of 14, 15, when I'm just trying to navigate myself, puberty has just begun for a lot of these girls, you know, like from like maybe some start at 11 early, but some is at 13. You're only starting to develop breasts, bum, shape. And you're now trying to figure out what is all this sexuality stuff, puberty stuff, what are these hormones, what are these feelings my body is feeling. You're trying to navigate and understand it, but all you're being told is shut down every feeling you're feeling in your body, every funky feel, shut it down. Because if you listen to it, you will marry. And you're just like, oh my gosh. And because you've been told your destiny in life is to marry, and been so much emphasis and importance has been placed on it, you would dare, you know, step out the line of doing anything that will not allow you to be married. Cool. Anyway, you continue on now in life, uni, if you go to uni, working world, if you start working. And you might start making achievements, you know. I'm working, I've got my degree, I've got, you know, my qualifications, if I don't qualifications. The congratulations is always with a congrats, but. So when are you gonna get married? When is the person that's gonna, you know, pluck you like a flower gonna come? Because you've got all these degrees, you've got all these qualifications, you're working, you're climbing to the top of the rank. Congratulations to you, honey. But there's no husband that's saying, there's no guy that wants to pick you. So what's going on? What's the problem? What have you done wrong in those years where you were being reared? Where did you go wrong that no one wants to pick you? I'm sorry. What? Like, it has nothing to do with me. And what are you asking me for? Am I going to ask my own self out? At the end of the day, nobody has picked me, so nobody has picked me. That doesn't take away from anything I've achieved in life. It doesn't take away from me as a person at all. I'm a great person. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like that's what a lot of women are now, because we've been reared so much in this, I think, negative way. Women have placed so much validation and belief in a man picking them, that when they are not picked, you know, they now start to feel something must be wrong with me because I don't get picked. I'm not being picked. And then it gets reinforced by parents and aunties coming with, you know, what did you do wrong? Why is it not working for you? Why is no one picking you? Whatever. Forgetting the fact that I've achieved so much already. You should just be congratulating me for all I've achieved. I've started a business, you know what I mean? It is turning over profit beyond belief. I've done this vocation, you know, I've started off a give back organisation, I've gone to uni, I've collected PhD, I've done a master's, I've done this qualification, I've, you know, been promoted in my work. All that stuff, no one gives a neck. No one wants to congratulate you for. Even if they do, it's yeah, but you're single. Yeah, but you know, no one has married you. No one has picked you. So, like, I don't understand what that has to do with my achievements. Hello, I'm a great person. All these accolades should show you that I am a great person. I'm doing very well in life. And at the end of the day, I don't know why someone hasn't wanted to marry me, and that's okay. Like, but if someone's meant to marry me, he will come and he will pick me and marry me. Do you get what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do with the fact that something is wrong with me, or I'm doing something wrong, or this. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, yes, sometimes we as people are not the reason why we're not in a position we want to be in, or have something we're meant to have. But sometimes it has nothing to do with that. Do you know what I mean? It really is just because it's just not worked out that way. But, you know, I've still achieved loads of other things in life. It's a byproduct. The person will come when they're meant to come. But I'm being questioned by stupid aunties that are coming to be asking me, what have I done wrong? Where did I go wrong? Or I must have done this, I must have done that. Do you know what I mean? In these ages, to not be being picked by somebody or whatever. Honey, auntie, your marriage is null and void. It's non-existent. When has Uncle last been home? No, let's really talk. When has Uncle last been home? Because let us face our own business. Let's mind the business that pays us. You find out where Uncle's been for the last how many years, and then we could maybe start talking about me and, you know, where maybe I could have gone wrong. But let's first address where you've gone wrong and why your marriage is a failure. And then we can start talking about me, who hasn't even entered that realm yet. Like, I'm so sorry. You're really stretching your neck and your chest to be talking, asking me when I'm going to be married or why someone hasn't picked me or what I've done. Why has uncle left you? What did you do? Let's talk about that. Let's put that on the table. But if I now want to put that on the table, I'm disrespectful. I'm a rude somebody. So you two, you're a rude somebody, okay? And let's not bring that to the table either. It just makes me sick. It just irritates me. Everything to do with the man. Then when you're in the relationship self, everything must pander again to the man. Make sure you're patient. Make sure you're humble. Make sure you bite your lip. Make sure you don't say too much. Make sure you don't do this. Make sure you don't do that. You know how guys are. You know how they argue. You know how they pride. Oh, it's enough. It's enough. The burden is enough. I just feel like women have got to carry so much of a burden to be pleasing, always appeasing the man in everything. Like, say me, I'm wood. I'm firewood, Abby. There's no water and blood in my veins. I'm not a human being that needs to be also appeased. I'm not also someone that needs to be satisfied. I'm not somebody that also needs to be made happy. Are you stupid? My sole existence and being is not for this person. You are a byproduct of the destiny and purpose God has for me. I'm achieving destiny and purpose. And as a byproduct of that, God has given me a helpmate to continue on with this journey, because God has not designed us to be alone. But I'm so sorry. You are not my sole, you know, purpose and being in life. I was not created to be married and have children. No. That's not what God said. I'm so sorry. He didn't create us to be alone, but beyond anything, he talks about your destiny and your purpose, where you are supposed to achieve in this life. So I don't understand why everything, when the girl is born, it just becomes everything about marriage, everything about finding the partner. And then if you don't find the partner, it's you that's the problem. It's you that's doing something wrong. It's you. And now in the relationship, yeah, when you're in one, you'll be moving mad because you're doing so much here to try and keep this person. You're tolerating so much. This is why it leads to even negative attributes, where you're now doing things to keep this person because you feel like my validation comes from this person. If he leaves me, then everyone's going to look at me as I've done something wrong. I've now lost my validity in life. I've now lost, you know, what makes me, you know, a woman, you know, what gives me, like, you know, kind of like where my power comes from, where my, you know, the achievements in me as a woman to really qualify me as a woman comes from, has left me, has gone. So no longer, I'm now a woman. I can't talk again because, you know, my husband has left me or whatever, or I don't think it's working. So now I must be, you know, striving really hard to make the relationship work, even despite the fact I'm not happy because of what people will say if this relationship breaks down. So I just have to hold my lips. I have to be quiet. I have to just, you know, yes sir, no sir, yes sir, no sir. So I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it, guys. I'm sick of it. And what I really hope here is that the buck stops with us millennials. I hope that when we raise our girls, we do not raise them with the mentality that their whole soul being is based on marriage and being picked. No. You will find somebody, or a man will find you, because God is not designed for us to be alone, unless you choose that that's how you want to live. Cool. But that is a byproduct, and that's something I think I will reinforce to my daughters, and I hope a lot of us millennials reinforce to our daughters, that it is a byproduct. But you yourself have been placed here to achieve destiny and purpose. You need to pray to God and find your destiny and your purpose and constantly work hard to achieve those things. And as a byproduct of you doing that, God will bring the right person along your path during the way. You are a whole person. You are smart, intelligent. You are validated. You are everything you need to be and more in yourself, by yourself. You don't need a man to come and pick you, and that will now validate you. That will now make you, you know, good stock. That will now prove to everybody that you are achieved as a woman. Because I'm so sorry, when a man gets with, you know, decides to pick you or date you, I don't see what changes in you as a woman. My vagina is still there. My breast is still there. Thigh, bum is still there. I'm sorry, were they not there before until the man decided to pick me? Nothing changed, honey. Just like the same way when I started dating you, it's not like your penis grew out of nowhere. Everybody was complete. Okay? Everybody was complete. So don't come and now make it seem as if you coming to join me has now completed me. I made the circle round. I was a full circle. Whole. Okay? Whole. With my achievements and everything and all. Achieving purpose and destiny like I was designed to do. Okay? Just like you were. So I just really want this social construct and this heavy burden that is placed on girls from such a tender age, when really all they need to be thinking about is themselves, achieving their destiny, purpose, being educated, being intelligent, striving to be the best they could be for themselves, striving to be self-sufficient for themselves. That's all that needs to be pushed on them, honestly. And if obviously a cultural belief, then, and a religion, then religion, and obviously cultural belief as well, if that's something that's important to you. But when it comes to the whole marriage thing, and a man needs to pick you or whatever, no, miss me with that. We can start having those conversations when you start reaching the age of reason, where it's time to start having those conversations. And I'll start rearing you in that way when it comes to a point where I feel like it's important to start rearing you in that way. But best believe, when my child is a child, you're going to be a child, okay? You're going to be a child. When it comes to having discussions about your body and sex and all that stuff, we are talking about you first and foremost. Before we even bring men into it, these are the benefits of you making these decisions. You choosing to keep to yourself, you choosing not to open your body to somebody. These are the benefits it's going to do for you. You are doing this for you and for you alone, and for your own belief if it comes to do with religion. Then I can secondarily bring in how males view certain things because of the world and social construct we're in. But I'm not going to make that the be and end all, so that she doesn't believe that her whole being and her whole validation, everything about her, is based on a man or based on being married. It cannot. I think it needs to stop. It's ridiculous. The amount of pressure that is put on girls and what it turns them into as they get older, I think it's really unhealthy. It is very unhealthy. It causes a lot of mental issues in a lot of women, and because they've placed so much validity on being picked, and then when they're not picked, it causes a lot of issues. And then when they are picked, maybe they're not so happy in it, they now feel that they have to struggle or conform to certain things just to maintain themselves being picked, because they don't want to not be picked. They don't want to lose that validation of believing that, oh, but this person wanted to marry me, so that means something good about me, that I've achieved everything in life. And it just really irritates me. It really grinds me. I just want everything in life to stop being about the man. That's just what I don't want everything in life that us women do has to be because we're pandering to men or pandering to be picked by men or whatever. I'm so sorry. It's not all about you, bruv. It's not all about you. There are bigger things and more important things in this life that I can achieve. And as a byproduct, seek companionship and stuff, but it's not going to be made to my whole being, my whole life. Everything I do in life is literally for the man. Everything I do in life is to be picked. My education, my achievements, my this. It's so somebody will come and pick me. No, I will do that for myself and to make myself happy and to achieve goal and destiny. And as a byproduct, I like that a man may be attracted to those things and then want to marry me, but not because I did it for you. So that even if you don't pick me, we good. Okay? I'm good. I know that it has nothing to do with the fact that, maybe I didn't read hard enough, I didn't achieve a lot. It's not about that. It's just because it just hasn't worked, or it just hasn't been my time. That is what it will be. It will not now cause an internal reflection on myself of thinking something is wrong with me. Let me have those internal reflections based off just my own self, my own attitudes and the people around me, not because a man hasn't picked me. No. So I think it's very unhealthy. It's really annoying. It disturbs my soul. It really disturbs my soul. And yeah, that's just my take on that. But I just had to put it out there. I'm really tired of it, guys. I really do pray the buck stops with us, please. We are not designed to be just men pleasers as women. Oh please, gosh, there's more to us, there's more for us. I beg, please. Just the same way how a man is taught to be successful, and as a byproduct of that, being successful, he can then pick someone to be married if he wants to be married with and have companionship to share that with. I just think the same way women should also be raised similarly into knowing that you too as yourself do all these things and achievements for yourself, so that you'll be self-sufficient. And as a byproduct of that, if you marry, then you meet someone and you marry. I'm sorry, look, I'm really squeezing my face because the whole thing just makes me ick, and the smell of it just annoys me. But yeah, I've really rambled. I really rambled because it's something that really irritates me. But yeah, that's me done on this topic. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Let me know what you think. Give me your comments, your feedbacks on the way you think we're socially constructed or cultural rearing and stuff, on how you feel us, you know, if you're a girl especially, how your upbringing has, you know, affected you if you were reared in that particular kind of way as well, and whether you think it's something that, you know, has benefited you and you think it's great, and, you know, you disagree with me, or whether or not you feel like, no, I agree, and yeah, I feel like some things in that area and the way it's done needs to change. But let me know, and thanks again for listening, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.